Oh, no weird conversation. Great.
Oh,
No, we started.
Okay, so,
Hello.
here. Um, it's been a while.
It's been
a
a while.
long as
Minutes.
well.
It's been a while. Um, so, yeah, we're doing something a little different today.
Something new.
Hopefully, all the other things aren't gone forever. So they'll be back. They'll be back. Um, but for today,
Don't give them false hope, Matt. Don't give them false hope. Especially us. Don't give us false hope.
okay. Well, either way, we're doing this today. So you guys have finished making your characters. Hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
So, you guys live in a world that you guys have visited before, so it's not going to be too bad for you guys to get acclimated to the types of things that are going on. However, as you guys have been hanging out in this fantasy world, for one reason or another, you guys have found yourselves in a little bit of trouble. Whether rightfully so or not. But, you've been incarcerated, and brought very, very, very low. Both of your characters have been locked up for many months / years. It's hard to tell when you're usually locked in a dark room. However, one day, you can decide whether or not you both would have been locked in the same cell or not. I'll leave that up to both of you.
No.
Okay. Great. That'll work. So, one day, both of you individually, your cells were opened, and a man, let's see here. I'm just gonna click this thing here.
Literally resisting to make this go haywire the moment my cell door opens up and the man shows in front of it. I'm literally resisting going like, yes, you appear.
You can try. You can try. I'll
Ah,
let you
yes,
try
you appear.
things. I'll let you try things.
Squash.
I'm gonna let you try things.
No, I don't want to immediately kick the whole session into chaos.
I'm going to give you both opportunities to try things. Don't worry. Doesn't work. This is a little bit better. What I'm looking for. Just gonna throw the picture on the Roll20. You see a person walk in. Holy Robes Investments. The whole regalia, holy looking staff. And yes, they even have this, like, on their clothes, they have, like, this glowing, these two glowing metal rings above their head. Yeah, like heavy armor, or relatively heavy armor. And they approach you within your cell. So who wants to go first?
Let's roll.
All right.
Yeah, go on.
So you are approached by this person.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys were rolling.
So did I.
Gio, roll a d20.
Oh, roll a d20. Oh.
Yeah, it's Yumba.
6.
Yeah, so Yumba. Your character is approached by this figure. Oh, you have actually a cool looking picture for what I
Yeah.
came up with. Great. Um, or for what we came up with, I should say. Okay. So your character is approached by this figure. The cell door closes behind this figure. This figure approaches, takes out a scroll, like full on scroll, like a scroll case, takes the scroll out of the scroll case, like unrolls it, and looks towards you. So, what do you call yourself?
Who cares? What's the
Okay,
fancy
who
occasions? Come to beat me up or something?
He, the figure with the slightly deep voice, glances up from the scroll. It just looks directly at you. I'll give you one more chance for what I write down to not be who cares.
Swarma.
Nods.
But I thought you already knew that.
Nods. No, actually, I didn't. Do you even know where you are? Your character. It's been quite a long time. You can roll a history to see if you remember.
In some dump cell.
that's
They're all the same.
that's where you are. You don't remember the name of the institution that you got locked up in, but you're here.
Yeah,
Just
that's why I
nods.
say.
He just nods. Then it's no wonder why you figure I know who you are. Just a quill just sort of floats through the air. It goes onto the scroll and starts writing, and then it floats away from the scroll after it finishes. He says, "You have been chosen for a purpose, a divine purpose." He begins to approach you.
What? Why? There's nothing divine about me.
Not yet. Not yet. He lets go of the scroll, and the scroll sort of just floats next to him. And he reaches onto his belt, takes a golden chalice from his belt, reaches to the other side of his belt, takes a canteen. He dumps water into the canteen and begins speaking. Do you understand Celestial?
No.
Yeah, you don't know what he's saying. Began speaking a phrase. You don't understand the words, but you may understand the intent of the words if you roll a religion.
It's probably some poison to kill me.
You can roll a religion. If you choose not to, you don't have to. This is actually a blessing. He is speaking the words of a blessing. You've heard it before. People who you've worked with who have, what's the word? Superstitious tendencies would speak these words from time to time. That's the reason you know what they are. Usually it just means like, it's like a protection. It's like a prayer of protection, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But he's speaking it over the chalice as he's pouring the water into it.
It could mean nothing.
It could. It could mean nothing. Because the people who have spoken it before, half the time they just end up dead and in the sea. So, it doesn't always do things. It doesn't always protect you. So, it's probably nothing. Your character probably thinks. However, after he finishes the prayer, a slight glow emanates from the chalice, and then it stops. Like less than a second. You notice this happen.
What kind of glow?
You can roll an Arcana, or if you just want basic description, you can get that too.
I'm kind of sure.
You're not sure what exactly happened, but basic description. A bright, yellowish, brownish light emanated from the cup. And it was only, like, for half a second that you notice this happen. Because the cell is so dark that, yeah, any change in light is noticeable. The man walks forward and says, "You, one of the forgotten prisoners, are being chosen for this holy mission, whether or not you accept. But if you wish to be protected, drink of this cup." And he offers it towards your mouth. By the way, you're like arms bolted to the wall, legs bolted to the wall with chains. So he has to physically feed it to you. You can resist, but there's not much room to do so.
And I'll say then. So what's the catch? When I drink this, I'll become your slave or something?
No, you will simply be protected by my deity.
Yeah, I've seen that before, and they all end up in the same place.
He retracts the cup slightly. So,
But sure, I don't have any better places to be, so, that place is good as any.
he allows you to drink from the cup. Do you do so?
Yeah, it's better than this place, so,
All right, you do feel a magical energy wash over you. He allows you to drink the entire cup empty. And as soon as you empty the cup, he retracts it back. He puts the chalice back on his belt. He puts the canteen back on his belt. And the floating scroll goes back into his hands. He closes the scroll. The feather that he was using as a quill, I should say, floats into his hand. He puts those both away into his vestments, and he says, "Shortly, your services will be required." And he begins to walk out of the room, and the door seems to just automatically open and then automatically close behind him. He doesn't use his hands to open it or close it, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
magic.
That's your interaction. All right, same interaction for the next guy. Geo, you see the cell door open. I know that you said that you wanted to try to do something. So as soon as the cell door opens,
I
if you
was
want to try
trying to resist doing something incredibly chaotic.
If you want to try to do something, you can. You are a barbarian, and I have prepared for this. So,
Yes, I'm chained. I don't like being chained.
fair enough. Roll a history first.
History
Just to
first.
see if your character is smart enough to remember what happened last time. 7?
Nope.
You are not smart enough to remember what happened last time. To stop, as in, you might remember what happened last time, but it's not going to stop you from trying. So, what do you want to do?
I can't read, so I can't read, so I don't know what it says.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna try and see if I can either pull the chain out of the wall, pull the chain out of the wall with a brick, or whatever kind of way I can get myself free.
All right. So, roll in athletics. The number matters.
Yes, I know. Of course, it's 10.
All right. You do manage to pull it slightly. However, some sort of magical glow emanates from the wall, and any damage you dealt to the chain is repaired.
Yes, I'm.
Let me just
Yes,
say that something very bad could have happened to you, but you didn't roll high enough.
like I get damage as well.
Perhaps you're not sure. Well, you as a player are not sure. Your character is very sure, but you still want to try to escape. So do you
Yes.
want to try again before the guy walks in?
Yes.
Okay. Try again.
Oh wait, that shouldn't be active, but yeah, still an 18.
18 is high enough for something else to happen. You break one of the chains. Like, easily, just, it's broken. So one of your arms is free momentarily. What would you like to do?
See if I can try and rip out the other arm free.
Okay, you get to roll another athletics before the thing happens.
22.
You are free!
Yeah! Yes, I just sat there excited, and then all of a sudden I'm back in the wall.
You don't know what's gonna... Well, your character knows what's gonna happen, but you as a player don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna let you make your choices. So, what do you want to do? The door is open.
Well, doors never open when I try, so must mean I'm free.
Alright, are you walking towards the door?
Walking towards the door, checking like left, right.
Alright, as you walk towards the door, there is a man on the exterior. He is walking towards you. He definitely doesn't expect the prisoner to be free, so he's just walking into the room, but the room is dark, so he can't see you currently.
Yes, he's just walking towards this like giant of a man, just like
What race did you go with, by the way?
Dragonborn.
Okay, great. That's
Of course.
it's
of
not
course.
unexpected, but depending on what you chose, it could be interesting.
Mhm.
So you're walking towards the door and trying to peek out?
Yes.
Okay, as you get towards the doorway, you notice the same glow from where the chains repaired themselves before is happening again. Except this time, there is a magical energy coming from it that is emanating towards the broken parts of the chains that are attached to your wrists, still attached to your wrists. Roll another history to see if you remember what happens.
I know what happens.
With a 13, you do remember this time. You are going to be hit by force energy that forces the chains back into place. And the force with which that you are forced back is determined by how far away you've moved from the wall. So, so you're at the door, so it's maximum damage.
Oh no.
Already dead.
Okay, so I need my dice roller.
As soon as I remember it, I go beyond the door, close door behind me. Ha! Try to do that now, stupid chains.
Just a second.
It's gonna pull me straight to the door, isn't it?
Oh no, they got rid of my dice roller.
Oh no, it's still
Just a sec.
there. The dice button is still there.
Well, yeah, that's
Oh.
in game. I was trying to use
Ah,
a different thing.
yes.
Just a second.
Yeah. But yeah, what I said was, I go to door, close door behind me, point to change, says, "Ha! Try and pull me now, stupid chains."
Yeah, they got rid of it. The dice roller I
Ah,
always used. I
bummer.
guess I'll just use something else. I guess.
Literally having your dumb brick of a man just explode again.
Yeah, seems as though the Wizards got rid of that website. Oh no.
Wow.
That I've been using for years and years and years and years and years.
Wow, they're cleaning house.
Oh well. I guess I'll just use the dice roller in game for now. That's fine.
Okay.
I didn't want to, but that's fine.
Oh god. Yeah, if you need to roll more than 4 or 5, I don't know what the max is. Then 5, then you need to use the advanced roller.
Yeah, that's not what I was using. I was using a Wizards of the Coast thing, and they updated their website, so now it just brings me to their main website. It just redirects. Because it's like Magic the Gathering. Play that. Okay. So you take 34 damage. Are you still conscious? Or are you instant dead?
Insta dead.
Okay, so here's what happens instead.
Oh no, wait. I'm not instant. I'm literally 2 points from death. So I'm knocked
Wow!
out.
You have a lot of HP for
What?
level 1.
What HP do you have?
Oh,
18?
no. Yeah, my bad. No, my bad. I miscalculated. No, I'm actually insta dead.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So instead of
Yeah.
instantly dying, you are just knocked unconscious. It is non-lethal damage. Lucky for you.
Well, even if it's double my HP, then I still don't die because non-lethal.
Yes. I was just asking if that was enough to insta-kill you.
Yes,
yeah,
it
so you're
was.
unconscious. So you don't see this, but for the entertainment of you guys playing, the the man in the holy vestments. So like you just slam into the wall with a force that knocks you unconscious, basically.
Yeah, he saw a green object in the hall, then it disappeared.
So he just walks into the room, sees you're unconscious, starts talking to himself, walks over to you, cradles your face in his hand, and he speaks the divine words that heal you 1 point. So you are now conscious.
Ah, there is fancy men in robes.
He looks at you. He doesn't acknowledge you immediately. He takes out his scroll and he says, "What do they call you?"
Oh, here I'm gonna butcher my own name again. Mijn, mijn zaas Terraard. Words.
Let's get Google Translate to pronounce that for us.
No, it's literally.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Google Translate to pronounce that for me.
Yeah, I'll be right back because I got to switch machines because people are literally like shouting at me to do so.
All right.
So continue on the jumper for now.
All right. Say the word.
Mayan Xashterif.
Mayan Zashterith is the pronunciation of that.
The fuck? Why has he done this?
I don't know.
Why don't you pick a name like Swarma?
Okay, so I guess we will have to skip that part. But
Nope.
I need to know if he drinks the stuff or not. Okay. So here's what I'll say. He's gonna encounter this anyway. So later on, Shawarma, you are attached to what would likely be called, what in this world would be called a chain gang. Basically, they just chain you all together and then like force walk you as a group.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they just start pulling prisoners out of this area. You are brought into another stone room, which they place you within. Place all the prisoners within. Lock the room. And you feel that the room is moving, not just you, or not just anything. Like the whole room, like this whole, it's like concrete walls, basically, is what it looks like, and yet you can feel like it's moving like an elevator or something else. But you have forward momentum rather than backward or up, those sorts of things. So the room is being moved.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the room stops moving, and the door is opened. And you see a certain distance away, you see a cart in the middle of a road. It appears to be nighttime, by the way. So there's a cart in the middle of the road. Two dead horses are in front of the cart. The cart is filled with weapons and armor. You see two priests, or people who are dressed similarly to that other guy that you met, flanking the exterior of the room. And the door doesn't lead to the hallway that you were at before, but you surmise that that wouldn't happen. That would be what would happen, because you you felt the room moving. So on the exterior of the room, you see a cart with two dead horses. You see the cart is filled with weapons. And in the distance, you can see a extraordinarily tall tower, like skyscraper-sized tower. But that's really far in the distance. You see the two priests flanking either side, and you see that the road continues into the distance. If you have any other questions, I can answer those. However,
And what do they expect us to do?
what I was going to say is, however, some members of your chain gang are attempting to leave the room. So unless you guys try to stop them, they are going to attempt to leave the room. and pull you with them.
Do the priest like look at it? But that happens.
Yeah, they watch you guys.
All right,
They aren't preventing them from leaving.
they are preventing them.
No, they're not.
Okay. Well, yeah. If the guy, I'll follow the guys. Sure.
All right. So you start walking out of there, and the rest of the chain gang is pulled along, reluctantly or not, but they are pulled. So you are now outside. You are in what looks like a 10-foot space between two priests, and the cart is ahead. And the chain gang members, there's like 6 other people other than you. So, including him, there are 5 other people. And some of them look anxious, they're confused, they're not sure what's going on. So, I'll give you a moment to interact with this area if you so wish. The priests are motionless, like they're not talking, they're not moving, nothing.
Is there anyone in the Shang gang that's level-headed?
By this, what do you mean? People who are not confused or are just like trying to take charge, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I guess more like looks like the leader role.
Not really, no.
Okay, I just...
You look more confident than they do, and you're not sure what's happening either. You just know that that guy told you you were chosen for a purpose.
Okay. And the weapons, they're just laying there.
There's a cart with 2 dead horses, filled to the brim with different types of weapons and armor. AKA, this is how you get your stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose they want us to grab some weapons for whatever reason. I just say out to the others.
One of the others seems a little bit too eager. He goes, hell yeah! And he starts trying to walk over there, but the rest of the group is still slightly confused. So he's trying to pull the group along, but he's one person, so he can't pull the rest of the group.
All right, take it easy. We'll go in the whole group.
All right. Do you want to do anything else? The priests haven't responded.
Yeah. They don't seem like the respond type anyway, so...
They might. You're not sure, but if you don't wish to talk to them, they won't say anything.
Nah. I'll start saying to the other guys that let's go grab the weapons.
All right. They like they're very cautiously walking behind you.
Mm-hmm. I watch the priest as we tread along.
All right. You guys continue walking. And as you do so, you get about 5 feet away from the cart. You see the 2 priests Actually, roll a perception check. Perfect. You turn and look back. It looks like the priests are holding their hands out for some reason. They walk forward, and then you hear a loud noise
From where?
from where the priests are.
Okay. I look towards them.
Yep. They just held their hands out, walked forward, and then you heard a loud bang noise. That's it.
Does it look like they're like cut off from us?
No, you can still see them. You even see the large stone room that you guys exited is still there. And behind you, you just see a field filled, like it's dark out. And you see bioluminescent mushrooms in a field beyond where you guys just came from.
Okay.
And
Does
they're
it
like
look
as big
like-
as trees, these mushrooms.
All right. Does it look like they are trying to stop us?
They aren't making moves to stop you. In fact, they are actually making moves to move the stone room. Like they're
Okay.
doing magical things, and then the stone room is like lifting off the ground.
All right. We'll continue.
Okay. So you are at the cart now, if you wish to be. You see
Yep.
You see the others of the group take a bunch of the weapons and armor. You see, conveniently, that what remains is weapons and armor that would be enough to equip both you and the Green Dragonborn remaining.
Nice.
So would you like to take your equipment?
Yes, please.
Alright, you are fully equipped with what you had on your sheet. So now that you are that, would you like to do anything else?
I look towards the priests. Are they like expecting us to do something?
You notice them walking away with the stone room. And they're getting further and further away.
And we're outside now?
You are outside, yes.
Okay. Is there any way I can get these chains off?
Make an investigation check of the cart.
It's the same
You
one.
find...
Okay.
Yeah, you find a set of keys on the cart.
Right, I'll see if they work.
Through trial and error, it only takes you about a minute or two. You manage to unlock everybody's chains, if you so wish. So that way, everybody is free and don't have chains on them anymore.
Sure. Okay. So, now what? I say this out loud.
The guy who seemed overeager before, he appears to be a rough and tumble human. He goes, now we go back to whatever it is we want to fucking do. And he starts walking the same direction as the priests.
What's that direction?
For now, we'll say that that is south. I will draw the cart on the map, but the rest of it you guys are going to have to do.
Hmm.
Draw shape. Use black.
So
this
they
square is
said
the cart. And I will freehand draw whatever. This is the road. And this direction is where you guys just came from.
okay. So they sent us on a holy mission without any details, and just let us go.
It appears to be so.
Well, okay. What can I see from here? Is there any landmarks or something?
As I described, in the direction of the arrow, which is where the stone room was that they're now moving away, there's a field of mushrooms, bioluminescent mushrooms that are approximately the size of trees. They are glowing like fluorescent purples, pinks, blues, very bright colors. Some of which that are further away appear to be glowing a weird green color, but that's quite far away. And it looks like a forest that is surrounding the area that you guys are in, filled with these mushrooms, different sizes, different heights, but basically the size of trees. Like the stems of the mushrooms are like as thick as tree trunks. The top of them fill out like a canopy. So it looks like a forest, a literal mushroom forest. However, in the opposite direction, you see the road continues. There's a rocky field, like it's got no grass or anything. It's just like barren wasteland filled with rocks. However, far in the distance, if you continue following this road, is a large tower towering over everything that you can see within sight. Gigantic. And like 300 floor skyscraper would be small, like less than a quarter of the size of this tower that you can see in the distance.
Okay. So that's like the end game area.
That's a place that you can see. I'll give you that much.
Okay, I think I will just start walking to the mushroom forest and establish a hideout there.
All right. You join the overly anxious to get moving man, the human. He walks towards where you guys literally just walked from. He gets to like 5 feet down the road from where the priests were standing, and he just collides with something that you can't see, and he falls to the ground.
Oh.
What? And he starts to stand up, and he reaches his hand out, and his hand collides with something solid in the middle of the road.
What is it?
You can roll an Arcana.
Fucking wall of force, domed.
It's definitely magical. It is not visible to the naked eye, so there's probably some sort of illusion on it. You're aware of what an illusion is. But it appears to at least be blocking the road. And now that you think of it, the priests were walking towards each other with their hands out. They were probably pushing some sort of object to block your path. You're not
Okay.
sure what it is.
Then I will go off-road.
All right, you step. We'll be generous and give you 20 feet off the road, and you continue to try to walk that direction. Is that what I'm hearing?
I like to feel on this wall, see how far it goes. And I'll just go in that direction.
Okay. As you're
Besides the wall.
as you're following the wall, since you can see the other side, you see the priests they're literally just walking on foot, like using their hands with magical runes, like in the air around this this stone structure that they brought you here in, and they're just sort of like escorting it. They're just walking with it next to it.
Are they in the same place we are?
Oh, you can see them on the opposite side of that thing that you keep colliding into.
Oh, so I'm not.
You're not able to reach them.
Fuck. Okay.
It seems as though they came up with something to prevent you guys from not doing what they wanted you to do, even though they told you nothing. It seems that way, at least for now. You're still trying to test the bounds of what they've come up with, but they've at least you're like, oh well, this is why they expected us to not just instantly attack them. There's something going on. So
Is there any?
Yeah, you continue along the wall to see if there's like an end to it. You walk 20, 30 feet, you can still feel this solid thing blocking your path.
Is it like dome shaped?
All right. I'll get you to make an investigation to see if you can discern. All right, so you start feeling the general shape of the wall. It has a very, very slight curve to it. Like, as you're walking, it curves inward, like as if it's like a circle around an area. You also feel upward, and it curves inward slightly. Whatever it is. But very, very, very slightly. So it could be like hundreds of stories tall if it just keeps going. If it just keeps going.
Okay. So I would think there's no way out of here.
You surmise that this solid thing is how they prevent people who they try to force into this area from leaving this area. Probably.
Okay, so I'll watch where they tries to move us, I guess.
They aren't interacting with you at all. They're just using like you guys left the stone room and they're now taking the stone room away. They're just walking away. Yep, we did our job. Bye. That's what they're doing. Oh, Gio's here.
Yeah, I'm here. I said hello.
Okay, so I didn't hear you say hello.
Wait. They are inside the storm room?
No, they're not inside the stone room.
We are inside the stone room.
No, you are not inside the stone room. You were inside the stone room. So here's what I'm trying to describe to you. Now imagine that there's this giant stone block. It's hollowed out. And there's a door on it. You went in the door. Then they moved the room outside. Magically, like they levitated the room. And put it in the middle of this area that you're now in. You exited the room. And then when you exited the room and went to the cart, they pushed this invisible thing back into place. So that way you can't go back to where you were. And then they're just levitating the stone room back to wherever they came from.
Okay, so we're basically not their problem anymore.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So we can go wherever.
You can go wherever as long as it's within the confines of this place that they have put you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know so that way you can start thinking of your next move as I go to Geo.
Yeah, I should have. You know what? I should have made my character true neutral. No chaotic neutral. Sounds better with the IDs I have.
Okay, that's fine. Either way.
Can I just, since I felt where the wall was, can I just make a line on the map where it is currently?
Oh, yes.
Something?
This curve is so slight that based on this map, just to make it a little easier for you, it goes all the way over. I didn't draw a straight line, but it's straight. It's just a straight line all the way across.
Okay.
And across the road, too.
And the mushroom place is to the right?
No,
here?
the mushroom place is this way. It's
Okay.
beyond the wall that you can't get past. The weird mushroom forest.
And
This
way was the big tower, right?
This direction.
Yeah, and just wasteland in between?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so that way you have a basic idea of what's going on. So we'll switch back to Geo. You're still in your jail cell because we're going back in time. And the priest guy,
Beastie man.
He asked what your name was, and he actually writes the floating quill writes it down on the scroll. And he does the same thing. He's doing the ritual. Does your character speak Celestial?
Nope.
Okay, so you don't understand what the ritual words are. Would you like to see if your character understands that it's what the ritual does? You can roll.
I sure can.
You can roll a religion.
Religion.
Yeah, you're not sure what he's doing. You see a flash on the goblet, basically the chalice, after he finishes the incantation. You can roll an Arcana to see if you know what happened, just like he did.
Basic understanding is magic. Oh, 15.
You actually got more than he did.
Oh.
So, basically what has just happened is the water has been turned into a potion of sorts. A potion of protection.
Okay.
Yep, so he walks towards you. Forgotten prisoners of this land have a holy task with which I wish to imbue you with. Do you accept? And he walks forward. Notice how he used gargantuanly different words with you than he did with the other guy, but you don't know that. But just as a player, note that.
I just look at him and say, what's task about?
So you're the inquisitive type.
Oh, yes, don't just do any kind of job. Just task.
Would you rather stay here in the prison of the nameless
I can
prisoners?
keep trying to escape it. Nearly succeeded this time.
He laughs. Do you want out or not?
Yes.
Do you wish to drink? or go unaided.
Mm,
Seems as
you're
though
not
he's
making
picked
it
up
easy,
on.
you know that.
It seems as though he picked up on the fact that you know what he did to the goblet. He thinks that you know. He's basically asking, do you want the added protection or not?
There has to be a catch. No doubt about that.
If you wish to refuse. He starts walking away.
Hmm. Yeah.
Do you let him walk away?
Yep, I let him walk away. I mean, I didn't accept the task. I didn't drink, so.
All right. You walk away, or he walks away.
Uh,
He walks out of the room.
I mean, Christopher, I'm curious, like, what are you gonna throw at me? What's the catch?
Yeah, he's not going to tell you. That's the answer.
Yep.
Yep. So he walks away, closes the door behind him, and then we'll get you back to where Shawarma is. So what happens later is a bunch of priests come by. They set up a chain gang, so they attach you to a bunch of other prisoners via chains, and they start leading you into the stone room. Let me just say, if you try to escape, then the magic just does the same thing to you. It hurts you.
Say, stone room. Huh. Dark stone room. I want window.
Yep, there's no window in this room. You feel the
Because
motion of the room being moved, and then
um,
since he kind of made this choice for you, since you weren't here,
Mhm.
the room is placed down. The doors are opened. The rest of the entire chain gang, because there's like a total of, including you guys, 7 people. So the rest of the prisoners just pulled you out of the room, even if you refuse. Um,
Yeah, because
and
6 of it, that's 1.
yeah, unfortunately, you're not. At this moment, you're level 1, so. And starved, so you're not stronger than everybody else, unfortunately. Like, you're not strong enough to pull them back into the room. So they pull you out of the room. They go to this cart, which is the black square on the map, which has 2 dead horses. Um, but the cart is covered in weapons and armor. And you get your weapons and armor, whatever it is that you want to have. So your character sheet is now filled out because you looted the cart. As the cart was being looted, the 2 priests reached out their hands, walked forward, and you heard a loud bang. Then they started moving the stone room away. And Shawarma is now investigating with a human at the edge here. Oh, I'll make a ping.
So we're not chained together anymore, if I'm
No,
correct.
he found some keys.
Okay.
Shawarma found some keys, and the chains are now sitting on the ground if you want them for any reason. They're now sitting on the ground next to the cart.
Nah, I don't want to change.
Okay. I'm just letting you know that the chains are there in case there's whatever reason that you want them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll keep 2 pair.
Okay. And the keys are capable of detaching the sets of chains, but you can keep them as one big set of chains if you want.
Nah, separate.
Okay. Yeah, you can add that to your inventory, 2 sets of manacles. Because they're functionally manacles. So, yeah, Shawarma and another human are down here examining the wall. Like you the Dragonborn watched as the human just started walking towards where the priests were and collided with something and fell. So you know that there's something weird going on over here. The other prisoners,
Just place
you
my
are standing with the other prisoners right now, which are just sort of gearing themselves up with stuff that is on this cart. So there's like weapons, armor, all that stuff.
Yeah. Can I just like hoist them into the cart and just pull the cart towards the wall? Because I want to investigate wall.
If you want to try to pull the cart with you, you can. You'll have to detach the horses unless you want to drag the horse corpses with.
Yeah, detach the horses, because those are dead weight, literally and figuratively.
Well, more literally than figuratively, but yes. So you use your weapon. I assume it's a great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You just swing your great axe at the reins, holding the horses to the cart, and those snap relatively easily. And you just start pulling the cart. I'll need an athletics.
Oh boy, oh holy. 50? No, 16.
Alright, you managed to pull the cart. Now that the cart has no weapons and armor on it, it's pretty light. Seems as though it was just meant for transporting these weapons and armor.
That's good.
So you can move the cart wherever you want. Do you have access to moving it, or do I have to move it?
I don't have access yet to it.
Okay. I don't know how to give you access, but I will try.
Seem like it.
I will try. Nope, I am changing the size of the cart, but... No, I don't want that. How did Olaf do that for you, Yonga? Do you know?
I think Olaf moved it constantly for him.
Which cart?
You remember in the Wednesday game,
Mm-hmm.
the wheeled cart?
Yeah. He had control of it.
Oh, so he just moved it with you somehow?
I guess so.
Okay. Then never mind. Unless you want to, you guys can draw on there, I'm pretty sure. Unless you guys want to draw the cart so that way you can move it.
There you go.
There. Just that I don't want to have to move it for you. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just looked. So the wall's invisible or visible?
You don't see anything. You can see, like, you don't see anything physical in the way. You can see the other side. Like, you can see the priests moving the room that they transported you here in away.
Yeah, so just look at them. So why is standing still in front of nothing? We can go.
Do you try to walk through there?
Yeah, I try to walk towards the wall. That's apparently
All
there
right,
that
you
I
are
can
strong
see.
enough to potentially hold yourself up. So roll a dexterity save.
Oh boy, oh howdy.
That's
So
Constitution, so re-roll
Oh,
with
that's a wrong one.
dexterity.
Wow.
Okay, so you collide with a wall. Like, imagine you were not looking in the way that you were trying to walk, and you just like collide with a brick wall. That's what it feels like, and you fall backwards. You stumble backwards and onto the ground.
What's this silly thing here? Get up and try again.
Oh
No,
no!
nothing will stop this brood.
Okay, another dex save. You
Six.
still fall, but not as hard as you did last time.
Am I watching this dumbass?
If you're right here, then yes, you can see him.
Right.
You
Do
see,
I know?
there's a group of people standing here who are outfitted with weapons and armor. There's still the human that was trying to go this way. He's like walking this way, but he's like 200 feet in that direction.
Yeah, he's a lost cause.
Yeah, he's trying to find an escape.
Do I know anything of this land?
You can roll a history to see if you recognize where you are.
Maybe
That's
20.
Does what's his name want to roll now? You can roll now. Like you can see things.
history.
Yeah, history.
Yes, history.
You can see around you.
16.
Both of you know where you are. It's relatively close to where you got arrested originally. It's a place called the Moonlands. It's a place where the
Okay.
elves were held up. Because in this world and at this time, the elves sort of kept to themselves. And the Moonlands were a place where it is perpetually night. The brightest it gets during the day, because there is a day that happens, it looks like sunset is as bright as it gets. And that's at noon when it looks like that.
At Hano.
Yes, at high noon it looks like sunset. So you can it's like orangey colored land. And you can see the ball of light, which is your world's sun, in the sky when this happens, but it looks like it's trying to break through like a magical darkness in just this particular area.
Okay.
The Moonlands are known for their mushrooms and their funguses, which is why you can see in the direction that the arrow is pointing, you see a mushroom forest in that direction. So that kind of explains why there's that stuff there. However, in the middle of the Moonlands, there is a large tower. Let me see if I can pull up the name. Because this is a tower.
Do I know which direction I have to go to get out of here?
As far as you know, this place isn't blocked off by anything. People can just come and go. Actually,
Okay.
your character is aware that there was a catastrophic incident that happened here. And they actually, yeah, your character would be aware that they sealed off the city to prevent the catastrophe from spreading.
Oh.
So
I'm guessing that big tower is the city.
yes, that is the
Okay.
largest portion, like the tallest portion of the city that you can see in the distance. His character is not aware because he didn't roll high enough. He's not aware of recent events. But your character is aware of what this place is. Geo.
Okay.
So,
Let me just see here.
If yeah,
Just a
my
second.
intelligence average intelligence, but yeah, this wall's trying to block me, so
Yeah, you don't
X
know
it
that this
is.
place was sealed off, Geo. So
Yeah.
your character has no idea. So you're just like, this is not a thing that's trying. There's nothing there. So why do I keep stumbling back?
Yeah, so X it is.
All right. I just gotta find my
Can't solve it by
map.
solve it by walking straight through. An X will do.
Here it is. Yeah. The city is known as Tesca. there is some parts of the city that are not the tower, but 95% of the city is the tower itself.
Okay. Is there like a port nearby that isn't this way and not in that city?
You surmise that based on, because of what you rolled, you did roll high enough to get this. So to answer your question, you surmise that you are south of the city.
Mm-hmm.
And to the north, there is a body of water there known as the Burning Sea.
No. Okay.
So the waters there are hot, but it's not close enough to the middle of the Burning Sea, so that way the waters are constantly boiling. But the waters are still like abnormally hot. Like you would, if you were to walk into the sea itself, you would be like but it wouldn't cause you damage or anything because you're on the shore, the southern shores of the sea.
I guess my best bet would be to like walk along the shore, maybe find a boat or something.
You can try. You can try, but that would require you going north from your current position. And miles north. Might take you a couple days just to get to the shoreline.
Yeah.
So if this place is truly encased, then a decent part of the Burning Sea is also encased. If what you surmised about the wall itself, yeah, based on the curvature of the wall, yeah, it reaches the top of the tower, so it's a decent mileage around the tower.
And the tower is how tall?
Based on your history check, it has 300 floors, and each floor is 30 feet high.
So
giants are known to sometimes be emissaries to the city, and they have built the floors high enough for giants to walk around in without having to bend over.
So like 9,000 feet.
Yeah, it's huge. It's gigantic, this tower.
And there's a dome around the whole place.
Yeah, for your character is aware of this. Your Dragonborn friend is not, which is why he's currently trying to attack the wall. By the way, roll some attacks.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Would I surmise that our best bet of survival is to go into that place and then
Best
get
bet
by?
of survival. Probably what they want you to do is solve whatever problem is happening there.
Yeah.
So that's probably what your character would surmise is the goal of these priests.
Just fix it, bro.
Yeah, you're prisoners, so you're disposable, so if you don't survive, that's fine. So just go fix it. Just go fix it.
Stubbornness is stubborn.
And considering your characters were locked in a place known as the prison of the nameless prisoners, they probably were going to throw away the key and just leave you there forever.
So. And we don't have any food, right?
No, they didn't give you any supplies.
Yeah. And
the only supplies that they gave you were the weapons in the distance, and they figured, yeah, that's going to be good enough to lure them in, and then we can close the door behind them and leave them there.
Yeah, that'll do it. Because, I mean, this barren wasteland doesn't have any food, right?
Not that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Though you know that this land is known for its fungal food sources, so there might be something nearby, but not within visual range.
Yeah, nearby south, which we can't
Yeah,
go.
you can see that there is a forest south that they have locked you out of. But going north, there might be something there that you could potentially use. Oh, and by the way, all of those attacks hit the wall, including any natural ones you have rolled, dealing no damage.
Stupid wall.
However,
Mm-hmm.
your weapon is mundane. Your weapon is not being damaged either, so that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach this dumbass over here.
So you do have a few soldiers who are standing here, just sort of like, what are we gonna do? Like, they don't know what to do.
I'm gonna push them first.
You're approaching Dummus. Dummus turns around, grabs card, and starts heading north.
Okay, so you hit the wall like
Like 2 minutes or something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times, and nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. Nearly 2 minutes, and there's like, stupid wall. Grabs card and heads the other way.
All right. So during those 2 minutes, he's going to be talking to the other people.
So, you guys wanna form a party?
They nod.
Because they want us to fix that, points at tower.
Yeah, your character is heavily assuming this, but let me just say out of character, you're correct. But yeah, your character is just heavily assuming that yeah, they want you to fix a problem in that direction. So they believe you. They have no other information to doubt you, and they have no information that they have no information to confirm you, but they have no information to doubt you. So they're kind of on your side right now. You're acting as a leader. That other guy just sort of wanted to do his own thing and ran away. So he's on his own. But these guys are confused. Like, sure, they were criminals. Some of them maybe more so than others, but they're not gonna just randomly wander around. They want to formulate a plan.
Yeah, and I'll say, and by the looks of it, it looks like that place is our only food source because we can't go back. There's devastation everywhere except that place. So,
The water might. There is a chance that if you guys get to the burning sea, that there might be a decent food source there. But, like, because when they. You think that when they made the barrier, it just trapped whatever fauna was inside the area of where they made the barrier. So, there's probably a decent amount of animals and food and stuff in here. It's just that this particular place where they have made the city is a barren wasteland. So you're going to have a hard time finding things, but you can try.
Yeah, fauna also needs flora, but if there's no flora, then, well, there's no fauna.
You ready for that? Okay. So,
there's... yeah. They're coming with, right? The party.
Oh yeah, they're willing to follow you to the ends of the earth.
Okay.
Like, you are actually formulating ideas and they are not. So you're the leader now.
Cool. Okay, I got them on my team and go to dumbass over here.
Yeah, he's already heading north, like pulling card. Yeah.
I don't think you can go back that way, buddy.
That's stupid invisible things blocking me.
Yeah, it looks like over there is our only bet now. Punch to tower.
Our might have food, yes. I am hungry after all. It's been a while since we have a good meal.
Yeah,
And
they basically every you assume every once like every 3 times a day at least. You assume a guard would just come in and like go over to your mouth and just like shove food in and then leave.
Mhm.
So
Shove food in. Hey, where's the head of the spoon? Crunch, crunch, crunch.
let me just say that you injured more than a few guards. Your character. But it seems like every day, even if you injured somebody very heavily, they would come back looking just about the same.
They just use a longer spoon this time.
Oh no, they'd make the same mistake every time. Because I know what the place that you were locked in is. You're not entirely sure what it was.
They made the same mistake when the thing is dangerous. Yes, let's not use something to make ourselves more safe. No.
Because let me say
It
that there's a reason why that is. So
Mhm.
we'll just leave it at that.
It literally devours spoons just for more
Actually,
sustenance.
just for the fun of it, you can roll a history to see if you know where you were. Because I don't think you rolled.
I did, I think, but let's
Yeah,
see.
his character did, but you didn't. Yeah, you know where you were. You were in the, as the name implies, you were in the prison of nameless prisoners, which is a magic prison. So the guards are not actually people. They're
Mm.
just magical constructs. So when they would go in to feed you and you would injure them, they would just leave, and then the magic of the location would heal these magical constructs. So when they came back, they would just do the same thing because that's what they're programmed to do.
So should have gone full rip and tear on them.
You were still bolted to a wall, but you could have tried.
True. Yeah.
You could have like ripped from the wall and like ripped them apart before being knocked unconscious again. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
the entire prison construct is like a magical place, and everything within it is magical, including the manacles that they tried to hold you with, which is why it would like heal itself and then like force you into the wall and knock you unconscious, stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's for the worst of the worst criminals, is what that place was built for. And whether or not you actually deserve to go there, I'll leave up to you. But you were sent there for one reason or another.
Maybe.
And let me just say that
Um,
Yomba's character was sent there because he's a famous pirate, and he kept getting away. So when they actually managed to capture him, they were like, "Nope, not again."
Never again.
Like almost like Jack Sparrow, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Jack Sparrow was a bit not famous / unknown, and later built up his fame, but still was famous. So
Yeah, in the later movies, he's pretty famous.
yeah. But either way,
But yeah,
Right.
I'm assuming that that's the reason his character got captured. But I'll still leave it up to him if he wants to make something different.
mine is very well wishy-washy. It's like he was. Well, I need to think about it still a bit.
Yeah, and you guys were locked in there long enough that even if you were stronger in your past, you've lost all your strength. They've abused you in such a way that you're no longer the person or people you were before.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just dragging this cart behind me,
Okay.
pulling this cart forward as I head towards the tower.
All right. So you guys are headed towards the tower.
Sure.
A small band of vagabonds following with you.
How many dudes do we have?
So there was
In
five.
total, there should
There was five,
one left.
and then plus you guys was 7. one guy left, so there's 4 people with you.
Okay.
So you have 4
Party
people.
of 6.
Decent, not horrible.
All are gonna die in the first encounter. Let's go.
So you guys head down the road. And the reason that I'm not very picky with how this road looks is because something is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys walk about a mile down the road when you hear a loud noise.
Loud noise.
Well, got company.
I dropped the cards. Well, piece that I'm holding to pull it forward and just hold my great axe ready, like perhaps it's food.
Yeah, you're like holding where the horses were supposed to be reined on, and you're using it like a rickshaw, basically.
Yeah.
You're pulling it like a rickshaw.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what's
Yeah, I
happening.
just go up, grab axe, and look around where the hell is coming the noise from.
All right, perception check for anyone who wants to discern a direction.
Hmm.
Come on, work with me. Come on.
And by the
Got
way,
a
I
minute
have
time
food
is
here, so I'm going to try to not be noisy with it when I eat it, but no guarantees. We're going back to olden times, back when I ate during the session. Yeah, so
ye olden times.
I'm gonna call you Mien for short.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Mien,
Nyeh.
Yeah.
Mien.
It's cool. Go on.
So you are not sure which direction it's coming from. This barren wasteland is very echoey, so it just sort of echoes blindly in the distance, and you're not sure which direction it's coming from. However, Swama, you know that it is coming from, because you guys are actually south heading north, so it is coming from the east.
No. Do I see what it is?
You look over in that direction, and I'll keep the same perception for whether or not you see it. You do see it. It is a flying creature, dark in color, though it's been getting darker. And you're like, this is nighttime. It's getting darker, so it's kind of hard to see. Like when you started here, it was like nighttime dark. Somehow it's getting slightly darker. Not sure how, but it is. But you can see in the distance this dark shape. Because there are like bioluminescent like spots in the distance, and the only reason you can see where it is because it's like darting in front of these lights that are in the distance, moving in your direction.
Okay, I point it out to the group, and I would like to hide.
All right, you can use the cart for cover if you wish.
Yeah, I suppose that was the idea.
All right,
Yeah, so my pack contains torch, so I grab one torch, light it, and just
yeah,
hand it to one.
you saw him point it
Mhm.
out, and then like dart in the opposite side of where it was, or in the
Yeah.
for the cart. So your character
I light
has
a
an
torch.
idea of what direction it's in at least.
Mhm. Yeah, I just light a torch and tell one of the guys to hold it.
All right, one of your pack mules, I will refer to them as for now,
Mhm.
Mhm.
just sort of grabs the torch and follows behind you.
Yeah, I just stand at the ready with my great axe, like that piece that's coming for us. That's food.
Yeah, could you like lure it to us? You know, you're pretty.
Your character is aware that it appears to be heading in your direction, but if you still want to say the thing that you just said, that's fine. You are aware it's heading in your direction, seemingly purposefully.
Yeah, I don't know how big it is. I just see something coming, so I think that's food coming for us. If we kill it, then we have meat. Sustenance.
So it's better for you to lure it to us so we can, gang up on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm literally just like, well,
Just
trying to get its attention towards me.
stand in the open and wave your hand or some
Yep.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
wave around.
It seems to be happily bounding your direction.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm just waiting. Um,
it gets closer and
it had the
closer.
action when it's like within 5 feet or like tries to strike. I do rage.
Okay. It seemed like it was a couple miles away, and within less than a few minutes, it's already getting close enough that you can hear loud movement of air as this thing is getting closer. It appears to be slightly higher than you are.
Tell the group to ready their weapons.
There's a couple guys with bows. They are already, as you say that, they're already like firing in the direction of the creature.
Yeah, okay, that works too.
But there's a couple people who just have melee weapons, so they're sort of like, okay, because you can already tell that this thing is bigger than you guys are. Just from the noise it's making by moving towards you. All right. So let me throw down on the map.
Oh,
Yeah, that's food.
It's approximately that size too.
Yeah, that's food.
it's a big boy.
So it gets
That's
about
a lot of.
here. It stops. And just sort of on its turn, by the way. So
Mhm.
as you guys are like ready action for when it gets close, uh, it just uses its turn to get this close and doesn't get any closer. Oh yeah. So
This is a breath weapon.
yeah. Your pack mules,
Are all dead?
they get hit with something like a wave of
Uh,
force, and they flee uncontrollably.
my light.
Yeah, your light runs away.
You got multiple torches. You're fine.
Yeah.
So it is now initiative time.
Before, one thing I want to do is my light runs away. I just set up a torch by me on the ground. Then.
Sure, I'll give you that.
Yay!
All right, I need to look up something.
Quickly grabbing a thing. My rolls have been all over the place tonight.
Here it is. Bestiary. I don't want just beasts. Yep, this'll work. Alright, so it's initiative. So if it doesn't have a specialized initiative, it's just Dex. It's been a while, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, cool. I can roll using 5e tools, using their stats. I didn't know I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it rolled a natural 20, but it's still not as high as Schwalka.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Because dragons are powerful, but their Dex is not great.
Oh, great, we're fighting a dragon.
Dragons. Hmm.
Well, that's what that looks like, isn't it? To be fair.
Looks more like a chicken, bat, eel thing.
It is actually an official type of dragon that is in the books.
Yay.
So,
Level 1 encounter. Let's go.
like I said, I didn't expect you guys to survive this. You can run away. That is viable. But whether or not or diplomacy is also viable. In my games, diplomacy is very viable.
This thing?
I'm giving you a chance. If you want to try to do something, you can. But yeah, your little friends. It didn't even use an attack. Its fear aura just made them run away. So,
What about us then?
so it will be determined based on your turn.
Mm.
What you have to do. Did you select your tokens? Because
Yeah.
you're
But
not on
you
the
didn't
turn
have the
order.
turn. You didn't have turn up.
Oh, okay. Just put your guys' sails into that turn order there. Can you not fix your turn order, by the way?
They are
Okay,
there.
you go. All right. So its turn order, if I can actually select it, is 23.
So plus 3 dex.
It does. I looked up this creature. This is a creature from the books.
Mm.
That's what it has. All right. Swarma. Let me look here. This one's fun. Let me just say, if it rolls minimum damage, you could survive very easily.
What I see happening, I die, I run towards it. I die, I run towards it. I die, I run towards it.
Don't worry, I have a plan. Okay, I whisper to you from behind the carts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, could you just back up like over here and lure it so I can get a stab on it from this angle?
Fine.
You know, when you can.
Closer.
And by the way, do I think it sees me?
Oh, it sees you.
Oh.
It has blind sight for 60 feet. Dark vision for 300.
60?
Blind sight for 60. Dark vision for 300.
Oh my god. But I'm behind the carts.
Wait, this isn't at all.
Sure, you can roll a hide to see if it loses track of you, but
wait, this is bad. This is an adult.
No, it's not.
Wait, what?
It is not an adult.
Okay, this is an ancient.
Correct. You can potentially survive. I'll give you that.
Right.
Not conventionally.
I will attempt to hide by hiding under the carts.
Okay. Perfect.
Blind sight is not X-ray vision, so it needs to see, be able to have line of sight of him to find hidden things.
Yep.
Yeah, it does have to have line of sight to see you still. Its blind sight is 60 feet. And it still needs to have line of sight in order for blind sight to work, at least in my games.
My games as well. I mean, sure, I can see things that are invisible, but if my invisible sight doesn't have line of sight of the invisible thing, then sure, I can see it, even if it's behind a wall within my 60 feet.
Mm-hmm. So, on his turn, he will need to make a perception to see if he sees you.
Mm-hmm.
You have rolled well, but whether or not that's well enough is yet to be seen.
But it is an ancient dragon.
I'm just double checking to see if there's a.
Yeah, if it's an ancient dragon, then that changes stuff. Then I don't think it's food. Then we are snacks for it. And I don't want to lose my card.
You don't know that dying is going to bring you back, by the way. Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't want to lose my card.
so you don't think you're going to die. Okay, great. That's fine. I mean, you can think you're not going to die.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, I think I'm gonna die if I fight this thing.
Uh,
Yeah, and that's my turn.
okay. Yeah, this thing doesn't actually have a
Question.
fear aura.
Oh,
So those guys just ran away because they realized what it was.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at all its things. It doesn't have a fear aura.
oh.
Are you sure we can't have like one bait, one thing for it to snack on?
It's not going to matter.
Uh,
Let me just say it's not going to matter. The reason I made them run away is so that way I could use them as NPCs later.
Okay.
That's all. Because if they die, they're dead.
Oh.
They don't have what you have.
What I have.
No, what you have is something different. What you both have is the thing that prevents you from dying. But what you have is actually something beneficial to you. You just don't know what it is. Okay.
I was highly sus of that.
Yeah, you just didn't take it, so you don't have it.
Mhm.
Its perception is plus 10, which is not super bad. What did you roll for your stealth?
24.
It doesn't
So
see you.
14.
Ooh.
Okay. So
Fuck
one
yeah.
thing I can advise you to grab onto the fucking card because I'm gonna book it with it.
Well, I did tell you my plan. Whether you wanna follow through that is up to you.
Oh, I don't know if he heard that or not. Gee, I mean.
Yeah, I did. Lure it closer. Well, I'll lure it closer by running away.
Yeah, just run away in this direction or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It looks at you and it speaks into your mind.
Eh.
Let's see here. Sure. Why not? Yeah, it speaks into your mind. Well, do you wish to be destroyed? Both of you hear it because it just has a range that it can just speak telepathically to everything in it. You get one response.
No. I know, my classic no.
I think I'm hidden, so I don't answer.
Okay. It speaks. Then why have you come? You get one response to that.
We were forced here to be here to solve a problem that's here.
You don't know that.
Yeah. I definitely don't have ears or anything that I can hear with. Oh wait, I do.
Oh, you do? Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, so he heard you talking. Unless you were specifically trying to hide the fact from him, he heard you talking.
No, that's fine.
Alright. To end its turn, it will say, not good enough.
It's the honest truth that I told him.
Yeah, and he doesn't deem, this dragon doesn't deem that as good enough. Good enough reason to come this way. However, it took its entire turn to talk to you. Because it used its free action to talk to you first.
Mm-hmm.
Then it used its action to talk to you. And its
Yay.
bonus action. So it has nothing
Yay.
left.
So yeah, since we could respond to all of them each time, there's a why not good enough? We're just going to tower. Tower might be problem.
Yeah, he can't respond to you unless it's you want him to respond to you on his turn, on your turn,
Mhm.
which would take a free action. To do so.
Yeah.
So you're talking to him. That's what you're using your turn to do.
Oh,
Or
as a response, the pickup torch, grab cart, and we are heading northwest. Immediately or west.
sure, you start heading west. I
Mm-hmm.
need you to roll in athletics to see how far you pulled the cart.
Wait. Can I cling onto the cart while he's doing this?
Oh yes,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Yeah,
I even told you to cling onto the bloody cart.
I didn't know. In that case, I didn't hear that.
It's only one.
All right, you have
This
managed to pull it your full speed, so you are not hindered by lifting the cart. So you're just moving full speed away? Are you dashing?
Yep.
Okay. So if you wish, you still have a bonus action. Free action.
So we
Second.
60 feet away from the guy?
Yep. Which I can't use for anything at all, so I'm that's it.
All right. So you guys are quite a distance away.
We're like 20 more feet away.
But
Yep.
no matter.
It's not going to matter too much, but considering
Hey.
this thing's speed is, let me see. Its fly speed is 80.
Like
it has
I
a
said, doesn't really
burrowing
matter.
speed of 40.
You know what? I should just have headed north. The more north we can get, the better.
It's too late now.
Either way, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's not going to matter. So, Shawarma?
I mean, I'm still hiding, and he hasn't seen me.
Mm-hmm.
As far as you're aware, he hasn't seen you. Correct.
And I'm in full cover behind this fragile cart. So I'm gonna wait for an opportunity, I guess.
Okay. Are you holding a specific action?
I mean, I can't go to him and like stab him if he does something, you know.
You can hold an action for if he gets close enough to stab him. That would be fine.
Yeah, but that has to be like 5 feet, right?
It does.
Yeah, so no points.
Okay. All right. All right. So. All right. The reason I chose this one is because it's very thematically fitting for this area. So, it moves its 80 feet closer to you.
Oh noes.
Okay, so it's like 10 feet away from us. Cool.
It's like this far away. And it yells out, "Why free?" It's yelling out in Draconic, actually. It's not using its mind powers this time.
Oh, something I can speak.
Why free when death is so close?
So I don't want death.
Yeah, that's its free action. It's going to use its action to use its Nightmare Breath.
Ah, yay. Death. Imminent death.
On just him, right?
It's going
It's
to
a
hit the
line,
cart.
is it a cone?
It's going to hit the cart.
Oh no.
Let's see. 90-foot cone.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cone.
Each creature in that area must make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
Fucked. Fucked.
What's the damage?
Fucked.
Have you
Yeah,
rolled?
was first the damage to see if we actually survive, if it even matters.
I want to see your rolls.
Does the card help me at all?
You are behind partial cover, so no.
I'm dead.
I'm super dead.
You're Omega dead.
It's not a con save.
What?
You
What?
said wisdom save.
Oh, wisdom. My bad. Still dead.
Okay. So here's the dice. It's not a huge amount.
He
Yes.
says. He
Just
says over.
20d10.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, it's not, actually. It's not 20d10.
No, it's 50d10 instead.
No, it's not that high. It's not even 20d10. It's not that high either.
Okay, it's 10d10.
Yes, it is.
So it can't. Okay. It didn't roll 10. Damn.
So,
Should. We're
here's
both
the
one hit
last thing
KO.
that you experience before the next thing that happens. You experience a weird cloud suddenly appears in your vicinity. And as you breathe in, your brains just melt. And you die.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Basically, it breathes out a cloud of spores. And the spores deal psychic damage. So.
God.
But even your rage will help you there.
So.
Well, the card must still be okay because it's not a mindful
Correct,
being.
the card is fine. It's covered in spores, however, so if you find it again, you might find it covered in mushrooms, but the cart will
Free
be fine.
food. Ow, a
So,
headache. Why? Why food? Why?
so it just cuts to black. Like you breathe in this stuff because it
Mhm.
forces its way into your mouth if you choose to not breathe. It doesn't matter if you breathe or not. It enters your body either way.
I exhale my poison breath. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. um, so, yeah, that's the last thing you experience is that.
Mm-hmm.
However,
So
after that happens, you awaken somewhere. Somewhere strange.
Cool.
cool. What were?
You awaken in a hut. Both of you. It's a stone hut. It appears to be made of one solid sheet of stone.
No
It has two
windows.
windows. It has two
Ah,
windows and a
windows.
door. It doesn't. The door doesn't have a door. Like it doesn't have like a wooden door or anything. It's just open. And so are the windows. The windows don't have like a window frame or anything in them.
Mm-hmm.
They're just square holes in the wall. You see that you are laying on a straw bed. Very clean straw bed. Both of you are laying on the same straw bed, which is it's 10, 20 feet wide and 10, 20 feet tall. The straw bed. It's gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
And the straw bed takes up the most of the floor of this hut. You see no other people, and the place where you are is dark. There's moonlight shining in through one of the windows.
I'm gonna stick my head through the window, like, or look through the window, or stick it head, whatever. I'm trying to see what's outside.
You see what's outside. You appear to be. It's a very strange sensation. You appear to be upside down because you look up and you appear to be 200 feet above the top of the tower that you guys were walking towards. And you are looking up, you see the top of the tower. And you see the
Hey,
ground and everything.
hey, I that dragon helped us somehow.
That's a great theory. That's a great theory.
Oh, I think I died back there, dude.
No. Come look, we're above the tower. A bit up high, but still above the tower.
So,
Well, we jump down into the tower and then we're at the tower. I'm not taking fall damage into account at all.
yeah, no. Don't do that.
Why not? It's easy.
You're gonna die twice, like we just did.
Oh, well, do you have a better plan?
Explore where we are instead of like suiciding immediately.
Okay. Just head out the door.
All right, you head out the door. You are walking on a solid ground. You see a cauldron with a fire underneath it, and a very old-looking lady sitting next to the cauldron.
I just point out to him. There's a lady out here with perhaps stew or soup.
Hey, do you know how you ended up here?
She glances towards you. She appears to be human. Very, um, very wrinkled face. She has a few warts on her face as well. She looks like a stereotypical witch from folklore. And she beckons you forward. Come, young ones. Sit around the fire.
You didn't answer my question.
I will when you sit around the fire.
I just, well, she answers questions. Perhaps she does more for us then. Just plump my ass beside, well, by the fire. Well, sister called them.
Sure, sure.
Alright. As you sit next to the fire, she says, I intercepted your souls on the way to the plane of death.
She did what?
Intercepted your souls on your way to the plane of death.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. So what? So what? We're just souls.
For what
see.
purpose?
So see, we can totally jump down now, so we won't die.
For the purpose of saving this land. Your priests, please, were the ones that caused me to hear of your plight. When I saw your souls flying by so quickly, I couldn't help but grasp them in my web.
I mean, this seems like a lot to do for like just the two of us, you know?
Yes. No other souls have come by, so I can't do it for anyone else.
And why should we, save this place at all?
She saved us, of course.
So
That's
we didn't
polite
have
to
control
do.
over that. I didn't ask
Yeah,
to be
but
saved.
I mean, you
so
can debate it all you like, but if you wish to continue existing, you will have to leave this place eventually.
yes, I like to exist.
Well, I could just build a boat and sail the burning sea, right? Stop me from doing that.
You could, but when you die again, your soul will be enraptured in my net. Again, until the job is finished.
See? So we we can't die until we're done with the job. So that's a win, I say.
Plus, I appear to be trapped here as well. As she pokes the ground, you realize that this, based on your calculations, Swarma, this is the top of the dome.
No. So we're not actually in the tower place.
You're not in the tower. You're about 200 feet above the tower. And whatever this creature is, as powerful as it is to be able to resurrect your soul and allow you to walk on the ceiling of this thing, whatever it is, even this thing can't escape. Whatever it is.
That like got to go because I still have a job to do tomorrow.
Okay. We can leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
If we decide to play this again, come up with questions, because this character is meant to answer them in as straightforward a way as an entity like this can. So,
The one thing my character would ask is, are you gonna finish that? Pointing to the cauldron.
I'll answer that now if you have time.
Yes, I do.
She goes, well, this is how you're supposed to get back. As she taps on the edge of the cauldron, you look inside, there's this pink liquid within. And it's
Work,
boiling.
food.
It's currently boiling.
Work, food. But yeah, I
Though
got to
you
go.
may not want to partake of it just now, because if you drink it, then you get sent back. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, gonna go.
all right.
No.
All right.
See ya next time.
See ya.